history. I know your history, and I know Georgia's history. If you want me to go get involved with immigration for you guys, I'll do that too. If you know anything about me, you know I will. I'll put your immigration situation. In fact, I think I did. Last week I did put something in on you guys. To BI Legal 224, I think it was. Yeah, I think I actually did. Look, you're trying to do is what Trump's doing, is to, distract by getting rid. Here's what they're doing. They're trying to do. They think by trying to get me off YouTube, it'll prevent, the truth from coming out. They don't want any more information out about them because they're in the midst of a very lucrative funding campaign. And they don't want anything to spoil that. That's what's going on. That's exactly what's going on. So, don't want to get bit by the snake, you cut the head of the snake off. That's basically what they're trying to do. But not before I get all my information out. I've done a lot of it already. I sure have. Oh, he finally came out of Poop-Eye. Finally came out of the woodwork. Oh, I knew sooner or later he would. What's going on, Robert? I knew you'd sneak your head from under that fucking rock you're climbing out of. I knew he'd be on sooner or later. Welcome back, Poops. Welcome back. Popeye always has something kind to say about me every time he comes on, really. Simulcast, get the message out even further. Right on. Simulcast. I got 30 people aboard here. Get the message out, Popeye. Good man. There you go. Simulcast, so even more people will hear my show this morning. Congrats. You're doing me a favor. And Pops, guess what? I got a little more information about you I'm going to decide to put out too. I'm not done with you. I'm not done with you either. Wait and see. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming, he told her. It's coming. Another major loser. I'm trying to think who's the biggest fucking loser on here. I'd have to say Popeye. For obvious reasons. But we've talked about time and time again. The little weasel that comes out of his hole when somebody hits a nerve about him. He gets very reactive. Don't you, Poops? Well, he's been lagging. Maybe he's been ill. There's always a reason why Poops doesn't come on and do simulcasts with me. Perhaps he needed an operation too. Perhaps you should do a GoFundMe, Poops. I'm sure you'll be loaded with donations. I wish I had the other phone going. I'd be able to simulcast him too. I've done that before. Simulcast him while he's simulcasting me. Some people and some things just don't change. Popeye holds some stuff in until he's been given enough time to create a little skit about me. But unfortunately, although he can be creative, he gets most of his stuff flying circus. Kind of a little collaboration. Speaking of losers, Popeye, I'm still waiting for you to get laid, man. I personally think you'd have a whole different attitude about life, about yourself, allowing you to move forward. We understand your bitterness, man. I guess I'd be bitter too if I haven't been laid for 2 fucking decades. Talk to the hand. He does a lot of talking with his hand. I would never shake his hand under any situation. I know where it's been. Oh God, though, what happens if his foo-foo dog passes on? We don't want that. Let's give it up for the dog here, But he's really going to be lonely. If foo-foo passes away from old age, hopefully it's old age. Nothing radical. Love dogs. Nothing against his foo-foo dog. But it's not a real woman, Popeye. You got to differentiate. It might be female, or it might be male for all I know. I don't know which way you go. He sleeps with the dog, which is nothing wrong with that. I've had dogs in the past. These dogs don't go in our bed, but I've had dogs in the past in Hawaii. Misty, actually Maggie, clean, well-groomed, sleep at the end of my bed, no problem. But it wasn't that I never had companions, Popeye, to warm my bed. Your only companion, face it, is your fucking dog. And you're bitter and lonely as it is now, I can't even imagine. And I normally feel for people, these old guys, I've seen them crying on here on these feeds, holding their dead animal or cat in their hands and crying their eyes out, whether it was a child, even an adult. I understand that. I've been through that. I've been through that myself with several dogs, many actually. You're losing a good friend, companion. I feel for people in situations like that. But you see, he's got to ask himself the question, why is his life out of control now? Why hasn't he tried to? Is his disability that bad? Does his equipment not work? I mean, what is the story behind that? Why is he alone? So tell you something, is if that motherfucker ever had a girlfriend, he'd be boasting about it left and right. No doubt. But he don't. But he'd rather talk about me. You talking about me, Popeye? You talking about me? All right. We don't want to have to shift this to Popeye. We already know everything we need to know about Popeye. But Popeye, I got a little more information out there about you, by the way, just to let you know. Just to let you know. Okay? So go on with your simulcast and your little speech after I finish my show. And maybe I'll release a little more information about you. Nothing holding me back. And I got something really juicy about you, too. Real juicy. Dare me, dare me, dare me to release the information. Dare me. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like it at all. So crawl back in your fucking hole, poops. Go back under that rock you climbed out of. Release the Kraken. Yeah, I like Yeah. Release the hound dogs, you know. Release the hounds. What does they say in English? Release the hounds. Hey, Kramer released his hounds. You remember on that episode? He decided he didn't want to wear underwear. He felt free. He told Elaine, I released the hounds. Hey, that was a good one. I feel free. I feel freedom. The hounds shouldn't be confined and constricted. I don't restrict anything here. I got information. I'll flow with it, go with it. Nothing going to stop me now. But anyway, let's get back to where we have freedom. William Wallace. Okay. I guess all I'm asking my audience is do what you think is right. Okay? Do what you think is right. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to pressure you into doing anything that you don't want to do. My apologies for that. But I think you should do what you think is right. When you know people are scamming, that's when you should be proactive. That's what I'm saying. It's either deserved or not. It's either righteous what they're doing or it's not. It's one or the other. Because the fact is, come on, let's get serious about this. George is claiming, she's claiming she has this, she has that. I don't see them working on it. Do you? Do you? Have you seen anything done yet? Maybe I'm not aware of it. I haven't seen anything done. They're making money. There's no excuse. You know, deplete some of the funds. Use some of the funds to get the job done. That's not asking much of your your donators asking. I mean, they're donating for a reason. And you gave them a reason to donate, guys. Spend that money on getting some of these procedures done. That's all I'm saying. You do a whole show about it, which I did, but it comes down to that. Get the job done, or else you will die, one way or the other. Unless you know you're going to die, and you're just doing this for George at other people's expense, pocket expense, to fund your loser husband. Whatever it is. But don't worry about Heidi too much because her current age, her current weight, and all her medical situations going on health-wise, whether she gets the operation or not, she's not going to be around too much longer. You won't hear her nasty mouth on here, attacking other channels and everybody on here and calling everybody names and being obnoxious as she is. There's a beginning to something, folks, and there's an end to something. It'll probably be this year of 2026. It will happen naturally on its own. It just goes to say she's not going to lose weight. She's not going to stop eating donuts and all that shit. That's not going to happen. So in other words, she's doing it all to herself. All to herself. And she has no reason to put a fund up there if she doesn't want to help herself. That's bottom lining. Everything I've talked about, it comes down to that. Funding is bogus if you're not using the money for the intended purpose. How much can I bottom line this? If she does do something about it, I'll be impressed. Oh, now that I stopped to the doctor and he said this and no. If you got that such a serious situation going on It obviously needs to be taken care of. It just goes to say. But you see, we haven't seen that. And that's why people are upset with this funding. That's why people are upset with her and George. Because they're not utilizing that money where it should be going. No, you don't have to wait to the end of the campaign to reach $45,000. In emergent situations, you can pull that money out. I know you can. I know you can. But they're trying to raise that's a lot of money. $45,000. How long does the average person, American is anybody, British, American, don't matter. How long does it take the average schmuck to raise 45 big ones, man? Some people don't save that in a lifetime. And they want to get donations of they even come up with a figure, $45,000. $45,000, not pesos. That's actually a lot of money. The question is it going to be put to good use and proper use and intended use? That's the problem. That's where it lies. Speaking of lies, no, I'm not going to stop talking about you guys. If you manage to strike my channel, did you do so? I'll just put another one on. It's not going to stop me from saying what I have to say. Okay? That's not going to happen. I don't care how I'm going to lose only 300 something fucking subscribers. I'm not going to cry in my soup over that. Believe me, I'm not. I'm not even monetized, so I don't give a fuck. I got nothing to lose, but you do. How many subscribers you have now? How many viewers you get every day? What if you lost your channel? I think maybe we should report them to YouTube too for misinformation. There's categories on there. You can report them. Misinformation. Do what you feel you have to do, folks. But don't talk about it. Just do it. Do it. So Popeye's out of his drunken stupor, I guess. Decided to put a simulcast on. Welcome back, Robert. Good to have you back. Back in action. What do you have to say? What are you gonna have to say today? All the players will be on there, Don C. and all the other players. Frank this and Frank that. Oh, by the way, surprise. I could be a tricky little bastard, can't I? I put a video on yesterday. They all thought I was getting arrested. You see how you could fool some people, but if you really listen to it, I was saying, I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm innocent, I tell you. And if you couldn't see through that, you're a dumbass motherfucker. They worked along with me on this. In their truck or on their truck. And you see, he was in front of my house. You recognize the surroundings, right? Right? Wasn't that perfect? Now, I could be clever too, poops. I could be clever too. I could be real clever. But yes, so folks, that was a hoax. For those that didn't catch on, had you going there, didn't I? You were licking your chops, cheering. Frank's being taken away. They're coming to take me away. They're coming to take me away. They're coming to take me away. Not so far. And I don't really expect that either. But I got you going, didn't I? I sure as hell fucking did. I heard through the grapevine it had people licking their chops. What happened? What happened? What happened? Lucy, what happened? Sorry, it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen, but I got you. I got you. Got you. I know you wish it was for real. I know. I know. I know. Believe me, I know. I know. Perhaps you get your wish someday, Who knows, right? I doubt it, but who knows? Who knows? The shadow knows. So let's see, what kind of a little soliloquy you're going to be giving about me today, Popeye? Let's guess. Well, I'll be happy when that motherfucker gets. Get your gin. Pick up your gin bottle. Smoke that Camel, man. Oh boy. Now I'm going to do something now that's going to even piss him off even more. And you'll see what I mean when he finally does his little speech. It's going to go like this.
All right, there you go. I want to welcome in. How's everybody doing tonight? It's good to see you all. Yeah, been away for a while. Frank is calling his buddy Henry. Well, welcome in ET, Original Flying Circus, Passport TV, Trump. Welcome in Don C. Who else we got here? Hell on Earth. Yeah. We got a lot of people in here. We got the Grumpy Traveler 69. We got Raven Knight. So, welcome in, everybody. It's good to have you here. We got Sweet Pea. So, what is it? I mean, you can't be on both sides of the argument here, right? You can't scream and yell at me and tell me to go away and I'm this and I'm that and every other thing and then turn around and say, "Yeah, it's good to have you back." So, I mean, I've been trying to figure out the mind of this pedophile, which is Frank Battaglia. Okay. But he seems to be on both sides of every argument. This shit of him going after Philippines antics, Heidi and George, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, this guy is scammed for TVs. He's scammed to give to children. I mean, his hypocrisy is up to my nose. And here, way back when, let's do a little history lesson. When I said that Mike Kaysen would leave Philippines with a toe tag, I was correct. And why did I say that? I said that because he would not go home, use Medicare, and get the proper care to take care of himself. Okay? I didn't say that to be an asshole. And Frank stuck up for him. This guy took people for $32,000, a car. They paid for his medication. But I was the boogeyman when I went after this guy and told him to go home when we were doing the RRR show, or he's going to end up with a toe tag. And he did. He died in Philippines. Right? But Frank makes it sound like I was being an asshole. Frank, you can't be on both sides. You can't stick up for one scammer and hate another scammer. So you have to come to the conclusion Frank is trying to get the heat off himself because this month, this is March, he's going to be a 1 year overstayer. 1 year. Yes. His last day was yesterday, ET. Right? I think the little guy got some bad news from Manila. Probably did. Okay. Uh, what's he been doing while I've been gone? Let's compare who's been doing what. He's been aggravating the shit out of Philippines antics. Okay. Uh, I don't know if she's going to die or not. I've been out enjoying the great weather here we're having in Florida and all the park systems I have and riding my electric bike and having a great time. Been going places, doing things. What has he been doing? He's been on YouTube night and day, day and night. Dude, I can't do all those simulcasts. thank God for Replay Channel. I skipped through some of his shit and listened. And the one thing I listened to that really puzzled me when he vehemently said he hates liars. Now, okay, nobody likes a liar, Frank, but let's go down the laundry list of lies you've told. Uh, one of your greatest lies is that, hey, I'm married to Gilda. It took years for you to finally admit you weren't married to Gilda. And you'll pass that off and you say, "Oh, that's all in the past. That's all in the past. You know, that was a mistake." You know, but if you hate liars, you must hate yourself. Because Frank, you are a prolific liar. Right? I mean, you sit here and you make up stories about everybody you talk about. Right? And Frank, I'm here to tell you tonight, you just might get yourself into more trouble. Okay? Because George is a Filipino citizen. He's got a lot of people behind him in YouTube, and guaranteed George might file a case on you. Can you afford that? Well, it took him quite a while to learn that. He couldn't marry Gilda, LOL. Exactly. And Gilda's not going to marry him. And Frank is too cheap to do a annulment. That costs that'll run you at least 100K American, guaranteed. So, what do you do with this guy? I mean, he's been going nuts. I mean, doing shows at Doc 30 in the morning, can't sleep. Of course he can't sleep because immigration and the Department of Justice is ignoring this guy. And they're going to let him stew in his own shit. But in typical Frank fashion, he wants to force the issue and get it over with. Okay? Let's see. Mick and Gilda and her brother performed ceremony in Cebu, and it wasn't in Tagalog. And he just told he was he was married. George, I'll donate 100 if you if you file a complaint on GoFundMe. And then on top of it, you know, fucking he got pissed when people started filing complaints against Mike Kason's GoFundMe. But yet he wants you guys to file complaints against Philippines Antics GoFundMe. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not sticking up for Philippines Antics. Actually, I'm indifferent. I show apathy towards them. I do not care about them. Okay? Because no matter what, who the character is, they're going to collect money. And the reason why I bring that up, because this seems to get Frank totally upset. This seems to really piss Frank off. Just wait until George does a fundraiser to sue Frank. The money would flow like water. Hell yeah. I mean, So I, you know, probably, I don't know. This Heidi lady, she's probably very sick, eh? And, you know, if those are her fans and they want to give her money, then I will put it in Tagalog for you. Bahala na. And what bahala na means, what will be, eh? And the past month, I've been living bahala na. What will be, eh? And I've been going out on my bike, been going here, going there, having good times, enjoying this beautiful weather before April and May comes and it's sweltering heat again. You know, uh, was at the Strawberry Festival yesterday in Tampa. Great times. You know, these are the things that I go do. Okay. Do I vlog them? No. Because when you're out there vlogging stuff, you're really not having a good time. It's like you're a reporter. Okay. I go to these places to enjoy myself, not to vlog them, not to show other people, not to piss other people off with my fucking camera. No, don't need to do that. And what has the other guy been doing? He's been sitting in his bedroom with his aircon on full blast and yelling into a microphone night and day and taking his medication, taking his Xanax, taking his Lexapro, eh? Not sleeping, getting up every morning, making some kind of bullshit tea that thinks it's going to heal him. It's not, eh? It's not. Now, if you're listening to my show, I'm talking about all the stupid things he does on YouTube. Not talking about his life. I'm not insulting him, just telling him, dude, you can't live life on YouTube. You just can't do it. But he does. You can't go out there and and attack an array of channels. Let's see, you've attacked the a bunch of channels lately. Okay. All I got to do is flip open instant, replay channel, skip through a couple of logs. I can see all the people you've been talking about, all the nasty things you've said about them, from Nico to Big E to that other guy, the mad blogger, whatever, whoever his name is. I mean, you've gone after a plethora of people. Dude, that shit's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Right? Gone after fucking Brevis, you've gone after Big Shot Travel, you've gone after Big Kevin, you've gone after Don C. If you don't think all that horse shit that you put out there is not gonna have repercussions, think again. Right? I'm only telling you because when the hammer finally drops on your ass, you can't say, "Well, nobody told me." You know, you can't. You just can't. I mean, some of the vile things you said about Heidi, right? Dude, and you give your location away. So that's an identifier for the courts. You should think long and hard. I would leave Philippines antics alone if I was you and leave that up to other people. I think you have more pressing matters. Like you're not labeled, but it's decided you're an undesirable and your paperwork is sitting in DOJ right now. Get and they're going to take their fucking time adjudicating it. And once they see, you could cry all you want. It wasn't my fault that I was a year overstayer. They don't care about that, Frank. They do not give they don't give two shits. Thank you. Welcome in, Big E. I hope you're staying safe over there. Yes, I am back. Welcome in, Go Go Bobo's sister. So, you know, you should be worrying about your situation. This shit of going after all these other channels is not going to help your situation. And you can't deny it, okay? Because I hear you say, well, they're more undesirable than me. That is the most juvenile thing I've ever heard anyone say. Juvenile, totally juvenile, eh? Sitting there and saying, this person is worse than me. Everybody should just leave me alone and let me insult them. That's basically what you're saying, eh? So when you start talking about all these channels and you start saying all these bad things, it's going to come back and haunt you, eh? Hey, Chubba Wubba's saying totally juvenile, Popeye. I dare you to that hurt. you know, I mean, you sound like a 16-year-old boy who's in his sophomore year of high school with the shit you say. You're sitting there doxing Nico. Everybody you hate, you dox them. Okay. That is a typical liberal response. Everybody you can't stand, you say terrible things about, and you try to bully them so they go away. Uh, Like yesterday, you said I was missing in action. Oh, dude, here I am. Here I am. After this one, I might be gone for another month, maybe two. I don't know. Maybe I'll stay here. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll simulcast you tomorrow. Maybe I'll simulcast you next week. I don't know. But I tell you, when I light off the simulcast, I take the headphones off and I go make a coffee, watch some Fox News, come back, listen for a few minutes. Oh, yeah, he's still saying bad things about me. I mean, Frank, I'm going to tell you why I simulcast you. And it's not to aggravate you. If you take a look at my live chat, hey, Frank, listen real closely. I got 36 people watching, and everybody's commenting. And I haven't deleted not one person. I haven't blocked anybody, timed anybody out. I just let them say what they want to say. And they're enjoying the shit out of it. Hey, that's how you run a channel, Frank. Right? And they love it. That's what they want. They want to be able to have a dialogue. And they're in there, they're talking to each other. I hope you're reading it right now. Do I agree with everything each person says? No, but they're pretty polite about it, you know. So, Frank, anytime somebody comes in and asks you a tough question, what do you do? Well, they're out of here. Like, this is a true sign of a narcissist. Okay. The minute you disagree with a narcissist, and even if you do it politely, they get mad. They cut you off. They block you. Poof, you're out of here. Right? The people that come in your live chat don't want to be yes men. And every one of these people in my live chat right now, there are times they do not agree with what I say, and they let me know. And do I block them? Nope. Nope. I think you're about the only one I got blocked on my channel, Frank, because you just say terrible, nasty things. You do not know how to have a dialogue with anybody. And anytime you start chatting on your channel, whatever the argument is, you seem to be on both sides of it, which is quite amazing because you're either on one side of the argument or the other. You can't be on both sides of the argument, Frank. Okay? Right. You should be preparing to leave Philippines, or you should be preparing to end up in Bilbid or Bicutan. Either one. That's what you should be preparing for. Because sooner or later they're going to say, oh, yeah, this guy. And I can tell you right now, Frank, they're going to try and squeeze you for every dime they can. So you better be saving your centavos. And Frank, I could prove it to you. Look what they did to I'm so happy to be here with you. Look what they did to Caldwell. Okay. He sat in there in the for 6 months in the Mandawi 6 hotel with Barry. You remember that? And what they did is they squeezed and they squeezed and they squeezed, and they finally got every red cent out of him. That's when they let him go home. That's what they did to him. He almost died in there. They didn't give a shit. Hey, he had no medication for his diabetes. Nothing. Frank, you should be thinking long and hard of that. Because how long can you go without Lexapro or benzodiazepine? How long can you go without that? That's the question you have to only you can answer that question, Frank. I'm not even going to take a guess at it. Right? These are the things you should be worrying about, Frank. You should not be worrying about Philippines antics. Okay? You should not be worrying about all these other vloggers. They literally had nothing on Caldwell when they picked him up. Exactly. Exactly. All they had was a wanted poster, which was like a decade old. He had nothing on his record, and they locked his ass up. This is what they do in Philippines, Frank. But yet, Frank, you did not take Caldwell as a lesson. What did you do, Frank? You keep coming on here and talking shit about other vloggers that are in Philippines. And you keep digging the hole deeper and deeper and deeper. I mean, you got away with it, all the shit you said about Dimples. You got away with it, all the shit you said about Dave's wife. You're not getting away with all the shit you said about Shaw. You're not getting away with that. Okay? You get your feet is to the fire right now. Right? And I'm telling you, if you were smart, you would go away and go take care of business. You would go enjoy the freedom that you have right now. But Popeye said it. So it's all bullshit. Popeye gave me that advice. It's all bullshit. And what's even hilarious is that when you come on later on or whenever you come on, what will you do? You call me all kinds of names. You'll say nasty shit about me. And you will not even address one thing that I said about you. No. You'll just, like a sophomore in high school, you just scream obscenities and fling mud at me. That's all you do. I See, the difference between me and you, Frank, is I address what's going on. I don't sit here and call you names. Oh, I do call you a pedophile because you are a pedophile. You have exhibited pedophile behavior. Okay. That's a fact. You are a pedophile. Okay. And you have recently exhibited pedophile behavior by going out there on your little walk and filming more children. Okay. That's pedophile behavior. You shouldn't be doing that, Frank. Right? Because you're not supposed to be out there filming people, anyone, let alone children, because that's the rule now in Philippines. Until Frank was an adult, he wore Velcro shoes. That must hurt him deeply. I have no idea about that. Oh man, I have no idea about that. They literally you know, and so all this fucking caterwauling about Philippines antics, Mike Madman, whoever he is, and Slam, and fucking Big Shot Travel, Bravis, Big E. Uh, who else you dogging on? He said some pretty nasty shit about Big E's family and his women. That could get you in a whole lot of fucking trouble, right? You should be happy that Big E has shown the grace that he has shown you. Okay? He has drawn you quarter, and you haven't even realized it. Okay? Think again. Okay? Think again, Frank. Yeah. Filmed his son eating a banana. Dude. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove your message. Okay. Now, Mrs. Big Ego, if you have anything poignant to say, please say it without insulting anybody. See, I didn't block you, I just removed your message. Okay? I mean, sitting there ragging on another Filipina, that's what we're not here to do. Okay? Frank made fun of Heidi about being her Uber driver. And this is a guy who canned salmon and dug ditches, food stamps, and fired for theft on a job. Well, it is what it is, man. Yeah, Sweet Pea, uh, Big E's Kingdom could do. Uh, my lack of. I have a lot of respect for myself. I and let's see who you are. Da, da, da. Let's go to channel. Join November 29th, 2023. Oh, but if you feel that way, that's your problem, not mine. Okay? Uh, dude hiding behind a woman's handle. Yeah, exactly. Hey, oh, I mean, you want to talk about respect. I mean, how can anybody have respect for a guy that got sued in Hawaii and owes 60K? How can anybody have a respect for a guy who said he married Gilda, but he didn't? And then it was a year and a half later that she finally told him she was married and had 8 children. How can anybody have any respect for somebody who puts an 8-year-old boy on his lap and sings a song about another man's penis? So help me out with that. Okay? How can anybody have respect for that? I have no idea. How can anybody have respect for a man that calls a black woman a gorilla? Hmm. Should I go on with this word respect? Hmm? That's a awfully big word you're trying to use there that you know nothing about. How can anybody have respect for a guy who's disowned his daughter? It's another one. I don't know. I don't have any respect for this guy. Um, you got any more words for me, Miss Big Ego, whoever you are? I see the difference between my channel and Frank's channel. I just sat here and made you look like an asshole. That you are. Okay. See, if you're gonna be an asshole, I'll call you an asshole. Simple as that. Hopefully, Brevis has managed to contact Shauna for a interview as he's got her email now. Dude, people should leave his daughter alone. Okay. And I'll tell you why. Because I think his daughter's probably traumatized and doesn't need to hear any more shit and dragged into this. But that's my opinion. Okay, that's my opinion. Did I enjoy it when Brevis went over there and stood in front of Fazio's house long after his death here on Christmas Day and giving an update? No, I didn't enjoy that. That was showing no self-respect. That was also disrespectful. Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Big Ego, for getting me on that word respect. I appreciate it. Oh man, I tell you. Oh man. But, you know, so sooner or later, Frank, you will be taken in and you will pay the piper. You will have to leave Philippines. And you'll come up with some cheesy frigging excuse and everybody will laugh at you. Eh? Say, I'm not here to insult you, Frank. I'm not here to say bad things about you. I'm just here to talk about what you said and how wrong it is. Eh? And I know it's difficult for your juvenile mind to distinguish that. Eh? I mean, you can't grasp it. I know it's tough. It's tough. I mean, the benzodiazepine and the Lexapro and the Benadryl, it's pretty tough to put together a cogent thought. I know. I know. So, you know, that's what I have to say about Frank tonight. Will I do another simulcast? I have no idea. I, I mean, I'm actually retired. I don't do court cases. I don't get angry at people and haul their ass into court. I don't do that kind of shit. You know? I don't. I don't want to do that kind of shit. Oh man. But please do a simulcast. It depends on how I feel, Raven Knight. I mean, because to sit through this guy talks for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and to hear him drone on, because what he'll do is he'll start, and then about halfway through, that's all he has to really say. And then he rehashes the shit over again for another 45 minutes and then does it again and again. And it's, I have to say, it's monotonous. It's very mind boggling how he just keeps repeating what he said at the beginning of the show all the way to the end of his show. Okay. So, you know, and dude, that's why I take the headphones off. I I let you guys listen to it. I read the live chat, I get my coffee, I watch some Fox News. And then all I have to do is listen to him for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I got the gist of the whole thing, okay? And you heard him tonight, he lost his mind when I started simulcasting him. He just fucking lost his mind. And you heard all the crap he said, you know? But he should be addressing his immigration problem very seriously because the walls are closing in. The walls are closing in. And I wish him all the best of luck, because when they finally do round his ass up and they start squeezing him for every centavos he's worth, he brought it all on himself. You know, he brought it all on himself. But guys, at the risk of repeating myself, I want to thank you all for coming in. It's great to hear you. I enjoyed reading what you have to say. And I want to wish you a good night. This is Popeye One. I'm out of here, guys. See you when I see you.